very nice to see you all. The film was great fun. I saw it last night. The first one was such a hit. Do you feel any pressure to try to match that? I don't know which one of you want to take it.
I mean, absolutely, yeah. And, you know, we're all very proud of the first one. And I think John Watts did a fantastic job of sort of rebooting this franchise and giving the world something new and unique. But, you know, what was more daunting was following the events of Avengers Endgame. Yeah. You know, this film's a direct continuation of that storyline. And obviously that film was, you know, arguably the biggest film of all time. And we're following it. We're the next chapter. We're opening up the door to the next part of the MCU. So, yeah, we had a huge responsibility kind of on our shoulders to live up to the expectations of what the fans wanted. And I think us three and the rest of the cast, and John Watts especially, have kind of knocked it out the park. I often look at it like the Russo brothers teed us up, and John Watts has smashed it down the middle.
Oh, I like that. So, did you shoot some of the Endgame and this film out of sequence? Did you, how was the, did you have to shoot any of the segments out of order?
Yes, we
Was that
we were shooting this movie, and then when we'd finished the European portion of the shoot, we moved to New York. And when everyone moved to New York, I flew to Atlanta, and I shot a week for Avengers Endgame. And then when we were shooting in New York, we were in the school that Peter and Ned attend. And on the ground floor, we were shooting Spider-Man Far From Home, and on the first floor, we were shooting Avengers Endgame. So we were like bouncing between the two films on the same day. So we'd shoot a scene with John, and then we'd go up and shoot a scene with the Russos, and then we'd come back and shoot a scene with John. And it was strange because John, at one point, we'd wrapped on Spider-Man Far From Home. We went upstairs, and John came to watch us shoot with the Russo brothers, and I felt like I was cheating on John. It was really strange.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
But
he was just standing there too.
But that's the beauty of like working with Marvel and Sony. You know, they have the capability of saying, do you know what? We just need this one shot. Let's set up a whole unit in a school in New York, and it's a great moment in the film. I really, really like it.
So, which one of you has the hardest time keeping the plots a secret, and who harasses who the most? Or are you all complete professionals?
I feel like he does.
It's definitely not me. It's not me at all. No.
Yeah, but
It's embarrassing.
Have you ever given away a spoiler?
No.
No? Well done.
Not even my own name.
Well played. Well played.
Nice.
For
How
a
about you,
whole,
James?
James?
like, 2 years.
no, I feel like no way.
No spoilers for you?
No.
Good luck. I've given away a fair few.
Yeah.
just a couple.
Just a couple.
Just recorded
Big
pieces.
ones.
So Jacob and Zendaya, would you ever consider putting on a Marvel suit of your own, or do you want to leave this to Tom?
I mean,
Hell yeah.
we'll leave it to him for now.
No, I mean, I'm gonna take
But
it.
I
I'll take
mean,
it whenever.
we
you
have
know?
some action
I mean,
stuff.
we really hit that
So-
up seriously.
I mean, if they want to give a suit, it is what it is.
Really saved the day.
Is there any particular Marvel character that you'd most like to work with next?
I would really, really like to team up with either Hulk or Thor or Ant-Man.
I would like to see you with Shuri.
Yeah, that would be a really cool. I'd like to have like a science
Peter and
off
Shuri,
with,
yeah.
with Shuri in a science lab. That would be really cool.
Because they're like the youngest ones, you know?
I think at one point there was an idea that Shuri was going to be in this movie and she was going to make the suit.
That would be so freaking
But I think they were smart to save that because there's so much going on in this film.
We can do
you
it
know?
later.
Yeah.
Nice.
How about you?
Nice. I don't know. I don't really think
I know.
I feel like Ned really loves
I know.
Spider-Man. So
Oh, he does, yeah.
yeah. So you know, that's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, so I have to talk to you, Tom. It made quite a splash in the press when it was your birthday a few weeks ago, and you got a nice birthday tweet from Chris Pratt and Mr. Hemsworth.
Mm-hmm.
So they called you little brother. How did that make you feel? And do you guys have a lot of fun together?
It's really sweet. It's you know, I'm so lucky that the Marvel world welcomed me with such open arms, and that goes as far as Kevin Feige and his team of producers, and then Robert Downey Jr. and his team of incredible actors. And I really feel like I'm part of this amazing family. And it's interesting, this is my 5th film, but I still very much feel like the new guy. And I just hope that I get to continue making these films till I feel very much like the old guy. But no, it's lovely to have great friends in this world. And it's also nice for me to have people who I can look up to, who I can ask for advice should I ever need it. You know, Chris Hemsworth is someone who's been a huge help to me throughout the years. Even before I was part of the Marvel world. And then Chris Pratt and I are obviously working together on a Pixar movie where we play Big Brother, Little Brother. He is the big brother and I am the little brother,
Really?
obviously.
I just wanted to make sure to clarify that.
People often get us confused. We are the same size. But yeah, so I'm very, very lucky and fortunate.
Fantastic. So when you have this great tour, I know you were working your tails off, but you traveled to these great cities. Where did you unwind and let loose the most and have the most fun? Which city? And what happened?
Well, last night was pretty crazy. We went to a magic show.
magic show. So that was pretty
But like on the movie, when we were shooting the movie, or
Yeah,
like
when
now?
you like had downtime on set, offset.
Well, last summer I would say was the best summer of my life.
Yeah.
I
Because
was really boring. I didn't really do much. They were more exciting than me, to be honest.
well, football was coming
Okay.
home
They
for
had to
England.
drag me
It was
out.
the World
a few
Cup.
times.
Love Island was at its height. It was pretty great.
Yeah, so Zendaya's like a homebody, and we had to take her out all the time, and Tom was really busy all the time.
Yeah,
so
so every now and then I get a
you
text
know.
from Jacob like, "We're doing something. Do you want to come?"
Yeah.
And then I'd be like, "Yeah, I'll
and then
come."
we also suffered the football and the Love Island.
Yeah, we were
so it
forced.
was-
She means suffered.
Against our will,
But
you
one
know.
day, these guys, for your birthday, you went to the Harry Potter Museum.
which was really fun.
So
You
weird.
missed that day.
Well, and this
That
thing that
sucks.
sucks so much is I was on the back lot shooting, and the Harry Potter Museum is
It's on the
next
same
to the
like
line.
right next to work. That's
So I'm there
funny.
soaking wet, fighting
like,
a Hydro
"Hey!"
Man, and they're all having a look at Harry Potter.
It was great.
I've got to wrap up. 2 quick questions. Obviously, there's been some talk about you as the youngest next Bond ever.
Nice.
Anything to say on that? What
It's
do you?
all
Would
true. It's all
you?
true.
Would you love it?
I would, yeah. I'm so excited that they've cast me. It's going to be really exciting, and you know, I'm really going to change the game.
Holy.
And
Oh,
and
man.
thanks for bringing that to my attention because I forgot about it. It just slipped my mind. But
Oh.
but yeah, I'm Bond.
Good stuff.
Mr. James Bond.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
No, I would love to play James Bond one day. It's funny, as a kid, like growing up, the 2 characters I always wanted to play was either Spider-Man or James Bond.
That's so convenient.
So
Oh my
I'm
God.
honestly perfectly happy with just the one. Like I love this character more than anything, and I realise how lucky I am. But that said, I would also like to play James Bond.
Wouldn't be bad.
I couldn't play James Bond now though. I actually had an idea for a film where we had a film. I'm gonna pitch you an idea now. Basically, the film was about a kid who goes through the SAS, joins MI6, and you never know that he's James Bond. And at the end of the film, the tag is after he's made 2 kills. M would say, "Welcome to the 00 program,
Oh, so it's
Mr.
like
Bond,"
young.
and then everyone would be like, "Oh, wait a minute, is this a James Bond movie?" And then you'd be like, "Yes, it is."
And then Spider-Man
I'd see
could
it.
come in.
I'd see it.
And Spider-Man would come in, Spider-Man James Bond crossover,
And then me
multiverse.
and Jacob would
Yeah.
also come.
Yeah, yeah. Or I just do my own thing because I don't want no problem.
I want you to
Kinda
play
want
the
my
guy
own
with the
franchise,
cat.
so.
I've been expecting you, Mr. Bond.
Want more extra? Hit the subscribe button and the bell. Never miss a video.